I think people are kind of interested to know, you know, if there will be like a Soul Survivor type album for Nicola, you know, where you just get all these A-list, B-list guest rappers to just come and knock on some of your tracks. Is that possible?
You know what? If you had asked me that like a few years back, I would have probably said, yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
At this point, it's one of those things, man, where you go into this alley and you don't find your way back. And so like at this point, that would be a really big leap back.
To do like a Soul Survivor-esque.
Yeah, I would, if anything like that, I would do that more, but I would do that more in a setting of like other, not necessarily rap. So I would maybe do it in terms of vocalists, maybe in terms of musical collaborations, but it would be more in vain, I think, with where we are now, where I'm going.
So why do you say it's kind of like a valley where you just can't escape from it?
Just because I think that there are so many records in that vein, that it's just like, if I do the 11th one, like who is gonna pay attention? You know, and that's what I earlier said about the beat making thing. It's just like there are so many beat makers out there, and I'm not even complaining because there's a lot of them that are really good. The problem is, how do you make yourself stand out? And in my belief, that is just by embracing what you're best at, which in my personal case is playing instruments, is producing, is studio, is mixing, is taking it deeper. So that album, well, I think a lot of people would probably like to hear it. I don't think I would have the inspiration to really like start and finish that.
Yeah.
You know, like that would be more, if, like I said, if I would do something like that and do like an album with A-listers, like it'd be someone like Tom York or like or like stuff like that.
That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
No.
That sounds like a great thing.
No, I'm just saying, like,
if you're gonna do that, you gotta go like
like I'm just saying, like I'm definitely interested in doing stuff like that, or even doing like a production album to where, you know, maybe similar to here, but like I want to say more in the vein of what I'm doing right now, so it would automatically probably be more like vocalist.
Word.
But I mean, I'm also the type of cat that never say never. You know, because it's like, why would
it could happen.
So you know, who can tell? But right now, I really kind of have a very clear picture of where I need to go, and it's really funny because I've had this like pretty much ever since, you know, with the Leave It All Behind stuff. Like I got a really somehow like a very clear picture of what it is I need to do.
You consider doing a solo album and kind of get your A-list producers on it.
I would do that. I mean, I just don't I don't know when. I mean, I've kind of started working on a solo album already. I was trying to get it out for the fall, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Right.
Just there's so much other stuff.
And is it in the same vein where you just have your choice of producers on?
Yeah. It's like I kind of the idea was just to kind of give people more of a, like, I guess if I could in some way sum up my career up to this point, like just, you know, all my passion from just like battle shit to sample shit to, you know, live band shit to whatever, like almost kind of like my blueprint for it honestly was the Renaissance by Q-Tip, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like something that I think that he does. I think he did a very good job, regardless of your thoughts on the album. I thought it was great, but I mean, I can understand some people that maybe like it, but I think that was the best example of an artist showing all of himself in one statement, and to make that statement in only 12 songs, like that really is, you know, a very commendable, you know what I'm saying, thing. So that was kind of my blueprint. I was like, okay, if I could just sum up everything I've done, like all my tastes and all my passion in like 12, 13 songs, whatever, like how can I do it? So I was kind of playing with that. But yeah, I mean, if the opportunity came, like the word Primo, I actually did do some stuff with Primo track, but I just did a hook. It's on, it's gonna be on Royce's upcoming album.
Oh. We've been waiting
I just did a hook. I just did a hook. I ain't do no rhyme.
So you know that the featuring Fonte Coleman is going to throw off a lot of people, right? You don't think you're going to be pissed off when they're dropping. It's okay.
I'm just on the hook. That's what they needed me for. I'm like, all right. So. Cool.
When Primo comes knocking, I guess you just have to respond.
You pretty much got to. It's like, as he look, okay, fuck it.
Is he an influence of yours, Nick?
Premier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's an influence in one thing for me mainly outside of I think the boom bap sound in general just owes him a lot. But he, to me, is somebody that can teach you that sampling does not mean looping. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, really.
You can chop that.
yeah, just like yeah. So he's definitely not necessarily on the surface, like especially now. I don't think you would hear a lot of Premier in what I do, but he's definitely one of those cats that I used to love Gangstar. Like that's why that new Guru track messed with me, man.
Oh, no.
The fast. Sometimes they gotta
So you gotta imagine, like, I'm a big Gangstar fan. So, because that's.
Now that you brought it up, Nick, I gotta ask you guys. I made a post about it, and the title was WTF Guru. Like, like I mean,
really.
Yeah, they may have to take the man Guru back in.
It's like somebody's like. My thing is just like, when I see stuff like that, it just makes me wonder, like, who is co-signing it? You know what I'm saying? Because as artists, I mean, none of us are infallible. We all can kind of lose our way from time to time, and you just might be on some shit where you think you hit, and then that shit just ain't hit.
Right.
I get that, but who let him walk out the studio with that? Like for real, like who was like, you know what, Guru, like. I know you make Moment of Truth, step in the arena, daily operation, but yo, this fast shit, it's gonna be the ones. Like, who told him that shit?
Solar.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, who,
super producer.
Who's like, you know what I mean? So when I hear stuff like that, to me, that's less of a reflection on the artist, and it's more of a reflection on the people around them. Cause if you really got your friends around you, they wouldn't let you play yourself.
Friends don't let friends.
Friends don't let friends
make you act shit.
And yeah, like so, yeah, dude.